excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bruins about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Start this drive going to the air. He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the big throw. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Ducks will hustle to the line. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and it reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run. It always has been. It always will be. That's what the Ducks hang their hat on, but making those explosive plays down the field when the defense slips up and loses a little bit of eye discipline.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Breaks into the open. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. charge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. DB's right up on the receivers. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Working the middle. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. And the Bruins want to move quickly.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The give from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Bruins will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now improvising. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, UCLA. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls and fires complete.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The Ducks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They send the tight end in motion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Ducks in the hurry up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
To the air on first down. Now adjusting. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Quarterback may change this route. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged out of the air. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust them? Throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Handoff to the lone back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but
makes the grab on the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. There he goes. Running through contact. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
and when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over Nevada. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Finds his tight end, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on second down. Spits it out to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. He's got 59 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Got his man quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback keeps it. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Gets it out quickly. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll take the deep shot. Makes a grab for a big play. He's loose. Touchdown, Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left on them, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Buying some time. stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Bruins! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Making side adjustments here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. Creates a little room.
Down at the 33, and the UCLA offense will take over. 1st and 10.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back has it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Runs through the tackle. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine Will breaks into the open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Here's a heat. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
To the air on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. He wants to change this route. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. East Carolina rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Greenville. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. The throw. Finds his big tight end. good, solid tackle.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Bruins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. It's caught. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that have extra edge.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He spins that thing down the middle. Rolls in the deep ball. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Pucks it out of the air. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Fires to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got the back of the middle. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win,
open field on the right. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Got a little space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins.
and that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Here and you go for two. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's looking to pass. Bringing the heat. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He might want another play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Bishop. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels.
Catch in stride inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Looking to scramble. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Rutgers is going to walk off the field there in Piscataway with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. comes the offense. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the fourth, a chance to move on top with a score. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Man, you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth, but they didn't quit, and they didn't pout, they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ballgame.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now, and I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Using his feet. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Quickly complete. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Running into the open space.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Hauls it in. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Touchdown, UCLA! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. This time on target. Jumped on top of the pile. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
They'll move the wide receiver. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of the season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build